from there, you went over to the WWWF at the time, and I think you came in. Now, how did Vince Sr. feel about your Japan deal? I mean, did he want you strictly to come back and work in the States and not go over to Japan?
Yes, he did. He did.
What was he like, Vince Sr.?
He was the best. He was the best promoter there was.
What year was this when you first went over to the WWWF? Do you remember?
I believe it probably was right in the 80s. Just, yeah, right around there.
What are your early memories of Vince Jr., Vince McMahon, today?
Vince today, he's doing okay. You know, I get along good with him. I don't have any heat with him at all. You know, so I think he's doing very well for himself.
Now, how would you compare Vince Sr. to Jr.? How different are they?
Really, when you speak words, there's really no comparison. Father is a father and a son is a son. And to me, he was a great guy. When he said something to you, that was it. It was going to be done. Vince, well, that's a different story. He tells you something and then it doesn't happen, you know? I mean, that's the difference.
Right. Do you have any, like, instances that you want to talk about? Like, any examples?
Everything's all good.
Okay.
You know? Yeah. It's all good, brother.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Memories of working Captain Lou Albano. You guys, he managed you.
Oh, he was a great manager. I mean, we got along great together, and he was fantastic.
What are your memories of Lou outside the ring?
Oh, he's great. So much fun, brother. So much fun.
A lot of people say, like, we did an interview with Lou Albano and he and Don Morocco, and they both recalled Lou showing up for TV drunk all the time and getting fired one week and brought back.
Yeah, that was his thing them days. You know, he's always got to have his big gallon of vodka there, you know. Oh, yeah.
Don Morocco was telling us when they did the TV interviews at ringside with Vince that they'd have cups of water and Morocco would switch the water with vodka.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's always having fun there, you know.
Right. Everyone's ribbing each other.
Yeah.
Do you remember attacking Gary Capetta, the ring announcer, when you first came in as a heel?
Oh, yeah. That guy picked on him because he was perfect.
Right.
You know, he's always wearing flowers, you know. And I always come over there and take them flowers and just eat it, you know, and then blow it back at him, you know. And it was a lot of fun, brother. I enjoyed that.
Was anyone apprehensive about taking your Superfly leap? Was anybody nervous about taking that from you?
A lot of people were, you know. They were scared, and I don't blame them, you know.
How would you calm them down? What would you...
You just have to tell them to have trust.
Right.
Have faith and trust, you know.
Right. Memories of your series of matches with Pedro Morales.
Those were good. Those were very good. Now, that was some good matches there, brother. Really hard, you know. Pedro was a great guy to work with, and, you know, everything just was great, man. Everything worked out fantastic for us.
How much of a ribber back then was Mr. Fuji?
Mr. Fuji, he was the king of the ribbers. He always ribs, and, you know, I mean, just constantly going. He never stops.
Right. Also from Pedro Morales, you worked there, I guess, with Bob Backlund.
Oh yeah, Bobby. He's a great man. He, you know, he's from his backgrounds, you know, from college and everything. You know, he's a great man.
Was there any consideration around that period of time putting the belt on you?
Not at all, brother. Not at all. If it was meant to be, meant to be.
Right, right. Now, what are your memories of your most famous cage match? Well, besides Don Morocco, but with Bob Backlund, you had a great cage match with him as well.
Oh yeah, I had great cage matches with both of them guys. You know, I mean, I loved it, brother. I loved it. That was one of my most main highlights, is wrestling in the cage with them guys.
That was a great match, especially the one with Bob Backlund. So.
Oh, thank you.
Was there any? Actually, were you surprised are you surprised at how it was held up over time, the cage match, as like everyone still talks about it today?
Yeah. I like it, brother. I like to hear it. You know, you can always tell that the fan still loves that one, you know, and yes sir, brother, I love it.
Whose idea was it for you to do the big splash off the top and then to miss?
That's the Superfly, brother.
Right.
That's me.
Memories of Andre the Giant.
Oh yeah, now that's one giant that I ever seen that was a kind-hearted man, for a big man, you know, he was a great guy. Great guy.
You guys did a lot of six-man tags, I believe, in that era too. It was
yes, we
you,
did.
Andre, and maybe Rocky Johnson.
Yes.
You probably worked with Samoans, I believe, and
Right.
Morocco.
You bet.
What are your memories of some of those matches?
Those were the great ones.
How was the transition made from Junior to take over the business, and did it affect you when he took over?
It kind of a little bit, you know, because there were plans, big plans, you know, until when the old man passed away, then everything sort of changed for me, you know. And that's how it goes, brother.
How was the decision made to turn you babyface?
The people.
Right.
The people knew it. That they said, "Come on, Jimmy. We know that you're a good guy. You know, we've seen you around in different territories. So why do you have to come here and be a bad guy?"
Let's see. Memories of your series with Ray Stevens. First, before you did the matches with Ray, you guys did the big angle on Buddy Rogers' corner, where Lou Albano came out and they did the big interview with Buddy Rogers, and Buddy Rogers told you that Lou Albano was ripping you off and stuff like that.
Right.
What are your memories of that? 'Cause that was
It was great. It was a great build-up, you know, to separate us and switch me to the good guy and end up meeting, you know, a good manager instead of a bad manager anymore. It was great because it was like adding on a little spice here and a little spice there, you know, different managers. It worked out really good for me, and of course, you know, the wonderful people, you know, they're the best. That's what makes the whole thing.
What are your memories of the angle they did with Ray Stevens and Albano, where he pile drove you on the floor?
Oh, it was terrific. It worked out so well.
I think that was like the only time I ever cried in wrestling. I really cried when I was a little kid.